The Wild Robot is a brand new DreamWorks animated film starring Lupita Nyong'o and Pedro Pascal. After a shipwreck, an intelligent robot called Roz is stranded on an uninhabited island. To survive the harsh environment, Roz bonds with the island's animals and cares for an orphaned baby goose. I really enjoyed the trailer for this film, so I was super interested going in. Of course, it's DreamWorks, so that has major potential, and that's why I hate to say that this movie was very, very mediocre. I know I'm in the minority for this film already. I mean, 98% of Rotten Tomatoes. I'm seeing 4.5, 5 stars getting thrown all over on Letterboxd, but I was extremely disappointed with this one. I think that there's a lot in it that is great. As I mentioned, the animation is gorgeous. The art style really was something I was excited to see, and the voice acting is so good. Lupita Nyong'o is great. She does just play a robot, so that does limit a bit of what she can do because, you know, she can only say these set of lines. But I thought she did a really great job with what she was given, and for me, the standard of this film was, of course, Pedro Pascal. I think he will be the new internet fox that everybody really likes for the next few years, but he was one of the characters that consistently got laughs out of me and really stole almost every scene he was in. Where this film really lacks is the story and the characters, though. This film is extremely fast-paced, which, you know, makes sense because it's a kids movie, but we just fly past so many moments and we don't get to sit with these characters at all. We don't really learn anything besides very surface level information on them. And when you get halfway through the film and you're pushing these big sequences, they just don't have the emotional impact, at least for me, that I think was expected. And I found the story to be extremely lacking. There is a lot of great stuff in here and a lot of great messages, but stuff that has been done before and in a much better and way more compelling way, in my opinion. I could predict how every scene was going to end, as well as the next scene with the characters. I felt like there was no sense of tension there. When certain things happen, you know, okay, everything's gonna be okay, and that's kind of how I felt the entire time, and it really lacked that emotional depth. I know a lot of people are saying that this is the most emotional movie and it really made them cry and everything like that, but because of how rushed it was, it just did not hit at all for me. The quality of the music is very good, but I found that the music in this film was used to just build up these moments that really had no substance to them. It was trying to evoke that emotion out of you because you hear the song, you go, oh, this has a little bit of something in there, but then it's not pulled through on the visual side, and you can have a really nice looking movie, but when there's that disconnect, it just doesn't sit with you well. And of course, this being a kids movie, it does follow some tropes, but some that I feel like should have been abandoned years ago. One big one, which is still, I find, a common issue, is ending every opening scene with some type of joke to hook kids. I get it. I get why it's there. And it's something I noticed earlier on in the year with Kung Fu Panda 4, but it's just annoying. It's just annoying. And also one trope which I hate and I've never really liked. It can be funny like one time maybe, and then it just happens again and again and again and again in this movie, but that is having some little cute animal say some vicious thing, and they really drive that home in this movie. It is like the only purpose some characters serve in this movie, and it is not done in a good way, in my opinion. There are a few other of those kids movie problems, which people will say, it's a kids movie, why don't you sit back, turn off your brain and enjoy it, but I think that's a stupid argument anyway, because there are so many great kids movies out there. But for me, this film was extremely predictable, extremely rushed, lacked the depth that I wished it delivered on. And again, it seems to work for a lot of people, but there was nothing really for me to latch onto in this movie. The Wild Robot is full of inspiring ideas and beautiful animation, but unfortunately it fails to bloom into what's promised in the visuals. The plot is predictable and the characters fell flat, keeping me at an arm's length away throughout. The voice acting is great, with Pedro Pascal as a standout. Its fast pace will keep the attention of children, but this movie has been done before and in a much more effective way. I'm gonna give The Wild Robot a 2.5 out of 5. It feels weird because normally I'm not in the minority. I like most movies I tend to go see movies that I'll only like. So this kind of feels weird because I feel like this will be a movie that so many people feel so strongly about. But if you've seen The Wild Robot, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And thank you all for watching. I will see you guys next time. Over and out.